Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm kind of upset. Not upset with this figure. I'm extremely happy and excited with this figure. But I was just doing the previous recording, and it got messed up. So I had him inside the packaging and everything. I was recording, and then somehow my recording just got messed up. I don't know how or why it happened, but it did. So I'm a little bit upset, but I'm still extremely happy about this figure. I'm so happy about this figure because this is a Bane that I've been waiting a very long time for. Brief story. Um, I had, well, I still have actually in my collection the old classics DC Universe Bane from DC Direct, and I still have that Bane in my collection. And he's the only Bane I've ever had for like over a decade now. So I've always wanted to pull the plug on different Banes. I've always looked and thought about it, but none of them was just the right Bane for me. But this Bane is. This is the Bane I've been waiting for. This is the Bane I have been waiting so long for, and I'm so happy that I got him. I got him in my collection, and so happy I got him. I'm just a little bummed out because I was doing a great recording with him in the packaging and everything, and it got messed up. So I'm a little bummed about that, but still very extremely happy and excited about this figure. So let's get into Mr. Bane here. So he has texturing all throughout his mask. It's awesome. It's great. Love that. You see the green tubes. You see um, the the wiring of his tank that holds the venom. So he's getting his venom fix in there, which is what makes him so big and so massive in size. You see his big, burly, beefy muscles. I love that. This is a huge, very intimidating Bane, and I love that. I love that so much. You see his pants. You see his pockets. You see his belt. And he got some ass there. Bane got a little bit of ass there. You see his pockets. You see the wrinkles and creases throughout his suit. Wonderful. I love when McFarlane does that. Put, so much texture in the clothes. I love when McFarlane does that. It just makes the figure pop even more. You got his double jointed knees. I'm gonna get into articulation in just a little bit. But you got his knee pads there. You got the knee pads. And you got his boots. His boots look great. So Bane looks absolutely awesome. You see the Venom cartridges there. Somebody said that their thing was loose. Mine isn't. So yeah, I was watching somebody on YouTube, and they said that their thing was like loose and it was moving up. Mine isn't. So I don't know if that guy will ever watch my video. Probably not. But it's not supposed to be like that. So dude, you need to, maybe get another figure or glue it down yourself. That just looks great. You see him getting the venom injection through there. That looks awesome and amazing. He has his big textured vest buckles up there. You see his vest, you see his chest. So he looks absolutely fantastic. I love this Bane. There's no doubts about it. I love this Bane 100%. Whoops, I'm about to fall over. But definitely, this is my Bane right here. No doubt about it. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, so definitely no doubts about it. I've seen some people complaining that he's too big, he's too large. I definitely disagree with that. I don't think he's too large at all. I think he is. I love his size. Me personally, I love it. I think this is a Bane that you can use for any era, I guess. But to me, he looks more like the Rebirth Bane, even though it doesn't say that on his packaging. It just says Bane. But He looks like Rebirth Bane to me. That's just how he looks. I mean, with the size of him, with the clothes he's wearing. Um, Cause I've recently reread Rebirth, and this is basically how he looks. But this is kind of how Bane is kind of looked throughout the years recently, anyway. So, like I said, you can use him for any era of Bane. But he's just awesome. This is an awesome figure, and I love it a lot. His massive size just makes it that much more better for me. I know some people don't like his size, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So he comes with his. Before I get into his non-accessories, this is a code to help you with your order. It's a 10% off. So the promo code is MTS10. Because I got him from from McFarlane. She says up here, McFarlane Toys Store. That's where I got him from. I got him from McFarlane. And he came pretty quick. He came here in like about 4 days, I think. So he arrived today. FedEx shipped him out. He arrived today. Yeah, so you definitely will want to use that 10% off because it'll help you. Because with the taxes and the shipping fees, I would have been paying like close to $50, but because of that, actually, I still paid close to $50. So actually, I would have been paying over $50, but with the 10% off, I paid only like 48 and change. So that will help you as well if you decide to get him from McFarlane. So let's get into his non-accessories, because he doesn't come with any accessories, but he comes with his display stand, like how McFarlane always gives, and he comes with this trade-in card, which shows an awesome picture of him. See Bane getting his juice, he's getting his roids on, he's getting his venom on. You see the green veins. I think that would have made this figure pop if he had the green veins. He also has a different complexion too. He has like this kind of Solomon Grundy complexion. I'm glad that they didn't do that, because I don't want Bane in that kind of complexion. I want him in that kind of complexion that he is in now. So here's the read up on the card. Let's see if I can get that. So y'all can read that at your leisure. Pause it, read it. And I'm gonna get into articulation with Mr. Bane. So it's gonna be a little hard for me because he's so massive. But his head can go to the left, to the right. His head can't really go up at all. He can go down about that much. Look, he has a little tiny slight attitude. His arms can go out about that much. Let's see if I can get him. His arms go out. His arms can go out about that much. He does have hinge and full 360 rotation. No upper bicep swivel, but he does have a swivel in his elbow. So he has a swivel there. He has a single joint in the elbow with the swivel. And he has full 360 rotation. He does have a hinge. He has a slight ab crunch that can go back not that much and can't really go forward at all. Yeah, he does have pivoting and a swivel in his waist and a full rotation there. And he does split out about that much. He can kick forward really good. He can kick forward really good. And he can kick back about that much. He does have a slight thigh swivel. And he does have doubly jointed knees, as you can see. You can see there. Whoops. Doubly jointed knee. And no boot rotation, because McFarlane doesn't do that. But he does have a full ball hinge swivel in here, but the hinge is hidden very well. McFarlane is doing much better with their with the swivel hinge in here, the ball hinge, because they ball hinges were terrible, but they're getting much better with it. You can't even see it, but it's in there. So you have the swivel in there that can swivel all the way around. ankle pivot, up and down, and toe articulation. McFarlane still gives toe articulation, which I don't really care for it, but I don't mind it. So I am just absolutely loving this Bane figure. I'm going to get into size comparisons in a sec. So I'm about to get into size comparisons with Bane in just a sec. Let's see, move that back a little bit. Let me actually get him this, because I had him bending. So let me get him to stand like that, stand up straight, and get into some size comparisons. He fell over. He leaned back a little bit. Trying to get him standing flush. Alright. So this is kind of laughable, but like I said, this is the only Bane I've had in my collection. So this is the DC Universe Classics DC Direct Bane. This is the Bane I have had for over a decade, and this has been the only Bane I've had for all these years. So now I finally got this new upgraded Bane, and it is way hell of a month, way over. It was way past time for me to get an upgrade. So this is just, yeah. So I still have this Bane, and I'm still gonna keep him. It's still a pretty good Bane. You know, you can see his green tubes there. You can see that going through there. So I'm still gonna keep him, even though he's old. And that's that. So let's see how we get him standing next to Lobo. Let's see if I can get him to, if I can get Lobo to stand. I'm trying to, but he trying to fall over. So I should do this off camera. All right, there we go. And so Bane standing next to Lobo, and Bane is massive. he's bigger than Lobo. So I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it so far. And you know what? For fun, what the hell? I thought I would stand my Marvel Legends Rhino next to Bane, and Bane is bigger than him. So really loving the size of this Bane. Staying in the realm of Marvel Legends, we got the Kingpin. So we got the Kingpin here. That's how that compares. Bane is still king. And back to DC. Bane is bigger than Clayface. Yes, he towers over Clayface. So Clayface is a more girthier figure. He's more large and wider, but Bane is definitely bigger. So we got that going on. And of course, last but certainly not least, you know, we had to bring the Dark Knight up in here. So look how Bane measures up against a 112 collective Mezco Batman. So this just goes to show you how much he would tower over Batman on the 6-inch line. So I'm about to compare him to Rebirth now. This is him next to Rebirth Batman, and he towers over him too. Still, he towers over Rebirth Batman. And I think that these two go really well together, because like I said, in my opinion, I think this is Rebirth Bane. I think that's what this is. I think this is Rebirth Bane. McFarlane just made him look very close to that. But like I said, on his packaging, it doesn't say Rebirth Bane, it just says Bane. So, you know, like I said before, this Bane can work for any era you want it to. Nightfall, anything. Rebirth, anything. So, and I think that this definitely works. This definitely works out. And, you know, just, you can get Bane in cool pose like that, raising the bat over his head, getting ready to break his back. Well, not from that angle, but I was trying to get him to hold him from another angle, but his cape was in the way. But you know, you can do something like that. Pretty cool. So for me, absolutely, this figure is a win. No doubt about it. This is a incredible Bane. I'm so extremely happy with him. I'm so glad I got him. There was no question I was going to get him. Once I heard those rumors and leaks, I was like, yep, I'm getting that Bane. And then McFarlane finally revealed him. And I was like, yep, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm getting that Bane. So this is a Bane I definitely had to have. And I finally have him. And I'm just so stoked and excited to have him. And I give this figure, they didn't include any fisted hands. I mean, I feel like that's the one thing that should have been included with this Bane is fisted hands at least. And that would have made him complete. Also, some green. If they would have put like the green in his veins, that would have sent this figure like over the top. Like, I'm gonna have to really think about it if I'm gonna add the green to it myself. I don't want to mess my figure up, so I don't know. I'll see. I'll really think about it. But those two things aside, this figure for me gets a 9 out of 10 because it hits all the points I wanted to hit as a Bane figure. His size, what he's wearing, the way he looks, just everything about him to me is a win. I'm not giving them a 10 out of 10 because they didn't include fist hands and they didn't paint his veins. Which if they'd have did that, he would have definitely got a 10 out of 10 for sure. I would have given him 10 out of 10, but he gets a 9 out of 10. He's a very solid figure. He's an amazing Bane figure, and you definitely should get him. He's worth the pickup, so pick him up. I picked up mine from McFarlane Toy Store. There's probably some other sites you could pick him up, maybe Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I don't know. Check out all the sites you can, but this figure is definitely highly, I say, is worth the pickup. So this has been my review, guys, of the Bane. I almost said Rebirth Bane, because I mean that's what he looks like, damn. But he's not though. So this has been my review of Bane, the DC Multiverse McFarlane Bane. And hope you enjoyed the review. And that's probably, oh, I got one more review coming up for you guys, so stay tuned for that. It's another, I'll give you a hint, it's another DC Multiverse fig. Oh, and big shout out to my boy mcfarlane, because he's the one that put me on to pick up this figure from McFarlane, and also he hooked me up with the promo code. So big shout out to my boy there. So yeah, this has been my review, guys, of the DC Multiverse McFarlane Bane, and until the next time, see ya.